product provided by Akupara Games. Thank you, Akupara Games, for providing us codes. Can Ezra reach the top of the Nestrium in time to stop this cataclysm, or will humanity's ignorance lead the world to its doom? GIGASWORD is a Metroidvania-style puzzle platformer created by Hybrid Games, aka Jack Breen. Using your trusty GIGASWORD, you will be able to fight enemies, unlock doors, push boxes, and even conduct electricity. The game starts off with our protagonist Ezra living on the streets of Thoenhart, a city that is plagued by famine and a corrupt government. He's looked after by his friend Omari, an owl-like creature known as a Nocturne. The Nocturne live in an ancient tower called the Nestrium, where the Genosis, a god crystal that is said to grant prosperity to those who wield it, also resides. Naturally, the Thoenhart army wants this power for themselves, so they rush to raid the Nestrium, but it then transforms into a labyrinth hellscape, trapping everyone inside. Worried about his friend, Ezra journeys to the tower with a singular mindset: to stop General Vierce and prevent this ancient evil from destroying the world. I do want to say it's pretty story and cutscene heavy, so if you're a fan of immersive narrative, you'll be right at home here. The gameplay mostly revolves around your sword, of course, solving puzzles and how to take down the enemies you face. To start, you can do standard slashes with your sword, or instead perform jump attacks for an aerial advantage. Each enemy also has different ways to defeat them, such as the crawly eyeballs that require said jump attack, or the knights who can block attacks with their shields. Puzzles will typically have you either move a box to press a switch, leave your sword to clear a path, or navigate an area without your trusty weapon while dodging enemies to get a treasure or a special item. Each zone or location has 5 collectible feathers for you to find, as well as some rabbits on your adventure. And yes, you can pet the bunny. If you give your feathers to a save point or shrine in a zone, you can then obtain a heart for extra health. This is very handy for those tough battles. This game has a Souls-like mechanic where if you die, your currency, known as ore, will be left in a treasure chest for you to try to reobtain when you come back to life. If you do not grab the treasure chest before you die again, then your ore is gone forever. Ore is necessary to upgrade your sword and open certain types of doors, so it's important to keep a tight grip on that wallet. Bosses are interestingly designed in this game. I wouldn't personally say they're too hard, but it'll probably take a few attempts to beat them for the average player. Each boss has certain patterns and behaviors that they follow, so be sure to pay close attention to those so they can be defeated effectively. The art style emulates your memory of certain 32-bit games perfectly. Each background and enemy look and move uniquely, while the stationary pixel art in cutscenes is very detailed and beautiful, as are the character portraits during dialogue. The game's sound design captured exactly what I think of when I imagine retro-inspired games. Certain sound bites and noises will make you feel like you're back in your youth playing games on the Sega Master System, NES, SNES, Genesis, etc. The music sounds very inspired by certain games like Shovel Knight, Celeste, and Undertale. Each area has a different theme playing, and it's catchy enough where you'll likely never get tired of it. Honestly, the music was probably one of my favorite things in this game. Each score felt like it encapsulated the energy of each zone it was meant for. Overall, I enjoyed the music and gameplay of GIGASWORD the most. The mechanics just feel so smooth, and the music is incredible. One big pro I would say is that the weight of the sword never felt like a burden. The game feels heavy, but in a satisfying way. Ezra moves how you would expect someone who's carrying a large sword to move, without it being too cumbersome and making the combat feel sluggish. Something else worth mentioning is that the map is a godsend. It's detailed enough to provide information, but not give away what the entire area looks like before you have a chance to experience it yourself. A really nice detail I liked was that each area had a percentage in the corner showing how much of the zone you've discovered. This encouraged more exploration and helped give the extra push to finish filling out the map. The biggest flaw that I would have to point out is that in our early copy of the game, We consistently experience several crashes after logging 6 or so hours of playtime. I have been told that these bugs have been resolved thankfully, and you hopefully shouldn't have to experience what we did, but please bear in mind as you progress and report any anomalies that may crop up. We really enjoyed this title over here at GIGASWORD Gaming, and would absolutely recommend checking it out. By the end of my playthrough, it had taken about 21 hours to beat it, though I didn't find every collectible, so I'm sure it would have taken a bit longer if I had taken the time to find them all. Thank you for watching, and thank you Akupara Games for sending us copies of this game.